This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Louisville's offense will start this game off with the football. And here comes Lincoln Kienholz. This quarterback, one of the best in the country, but boy, does he face a stiff challenge with a stingy unit on the other side. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it. We're only in the opening drive here, guys. He's already making his mark in this game. He is so dynamic from the running back position, and it's obvious in their game plan and what it entails. They are going to force feed him the rock and just wear this defense down.
Fires to the tight end. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
The Cardinals with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to the run, it's Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll go to the air. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And the Cardinals trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Here's Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Off play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang Skippy. That's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Sends it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Hand off for Brown. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards, they're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll move the wide receiver. First down, right back to Brown. And he's in. pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
And he made the extra point without problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Got the quick completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Got him downfield. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. He wants to go deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the grab at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks up the first down. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Maybe a crease. The 30. He's at the 20. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Motion from the wideout. A give to Brown. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Foley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in at the 25. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. To the air, it's Bailey. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's Jackson. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Give all the credit to the offensive line right there. Defense was playing a big zone coverage, and it's going to take these receivers time to find the open spot in the middle of the field. So the offensive line, especially the tackles on the outside, really good job giving the quarterback a place to step up into, hold the ball, and then find his open receiver to get a big first down.
Makes you grab and room to run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
To the end zone, and is picked off. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now and getting him stopped.
Got a man. It's Skinner. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Snap from the gun on third down. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air on fourth down. And now the ball is knocked free.
Listen, I love the individual effort by this punt returner, and he's trying to make guys miss. He's trying to make a big play for his team, but you cannot put the ball on the ground. You just now gave the ball right back to the opponent after your defense forced the punt.
The run inside. It's Brown. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The play-action fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. And he scores! Touchdown, Cardinals! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Out of the the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half, he understands that the turnovers are the whole story of the first half. They are trailing because of those 2 interceptions from the quarterback. He does have a lot of confidence in this quarterback, but they have depth at the position, a quality backup. Will he go to the backup here in the third quarter? We'll see how they steady the ship here on offense to start the second half. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Looking for space, it's Scott. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Snow. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He's got an open man, and he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Spits it out to the back. And his throw is incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Hand off for Brown. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Under fire. Makes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Scott. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Working that wide receiver screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the 2nd half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. And that's a great start to this 2nd half.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Running inside, it's Scott. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
He's got the tight end. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gauze. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been...
Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And finally, guys, we've been talking about this offense. When are they going to get it going? When are they going to have that spark? They make the play. They finally get on the board. Now, can they keep the momentum going? Can they play complementary football? Can the defense get a few stops and the offense keep this up?
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Louisville sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. One more time, it's Brown. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He goes right back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's McCoy. Open space at the 25. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Cardinals go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Oh, they're after him. Got it set up on the outside. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. How many problems does it cause for an offense when the D can get pressure from its nose tackle?
He's usually a guy that sits in the middle in 2 gaps, and it's really hard to rush the passer, but really nice job using his hands, getting to the quarterback. When a nose tackle gets a sack, everybody gets excited because that guy doesn't get many of those.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll return it. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the NC State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
That's caught. It's Scott.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Makes the grab.
Look, it's a nice gain, but I don't know if it's worth the seconds they're losing on the game clock. In this type of situation, you've got to be throwing at least to the 1st down markers, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines to get out of bounds.
He's got it. Hits the accelerator to the right. Running through contact. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they closed the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hughes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go.
As the offense gets ready to run out the clock, take the play clock all the way down to a fraction of a second. Do not give the defense a single millisecond.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Brown again. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Second down coming up. Give to Brown. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
One more time, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking